Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day again where we're saying goodbye to another 8 teams. We are moving on to the Elite 8 today. There's going to be some more hurt feelings. There's going to be some more hateful comments. But we live for this.
That's right.
If there's anybody that can take it, it's your worship pastors.
We spend all year
being criticized.
That's way more true than what I was going to. I was going to say we spend all year just excited about this time of year.
Yep.
But being criticized is that's a lot more accurate.
It is. Yesterday we said goodbye to half the field. Today we're saying goodbye to half the field. It's only getting tougher from here. We had almost another 1,100 votes cast in this second round. So we are creeping up towards, 2,200, 2,300 votes total in this tournament.
That's
I think
awesome.
we're going to shatter this 3,000 vote record that we had last season.
That's great.
People are passionate, man. You can't
Half the songs and more than the amount we had yesterday. That's great.
So
They're starting. It's typical though of fans.
They get passionate once you get
Once it starts dialing in. Oh, now I start caring about
Well, we talked yesterday and said that all of these we're making these songs feel like actual people. Like
This is true.
I've got to get my
We're giving personalities to these songs.
Yes. So, game number 17, let's just jump right into it. Echo Holy versus I Thank God. This one was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
With a score of 59 to 41%, Echo Holy takes out... Oh my gosh, my graphic department's not working! Hold on.
It broke.
Nobody look. Don't look. I had to get through it. All right. There we go.
Our budget significantly decreased again.
When you try and do this by yourself, it's hard. So, Echo Holy takes out I Thank God 59% to 41%. I'm surprised by I Thank God's numbers there.
Way to go, I Thank God.
I thought Echo Holy, this was going to be a 90-10, 80-20, something like that. So, pretty strong showing from I Thank God. Maybe
Absolutely.
People just can't get over the energy, the hops.
I hate that. I mean, it's great. People love the song.
It's
fun.
contagious.
It's great stuff.
That's
Good
right.
lyrics.
That's
Good
right.
showing. Great showing.
Great showing.
Love
We'll
it.
see how it fares
Good
next year.
tournament. Yeah. I think it'll be strong again next year.
Game number 18, I Believe versus So Will I. I don't have much to say about this one. This was a blowout.
Yeah.
I Believe's just couldn't hang with So Will I. It hasn't been in the field long enough. Their program's budget just can't keep up with So Will I's $20 million a year
Right.
budget.
Some recruiting.
100 billion.
We really
a
need to
year
check into
budget.
So Will I's recruiting practices.
They are really taking apart on that name, image, and likeness stuff, I think. So, I mean, they've got all the planets and the stars named after them.
Billions.
Billions of stars. So,
Billions
all
people.
of creation.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I Believe falls 16% to 84%.
Man.
It was a blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of feared that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think I Believe will have a stronger showing
Yeah.
next year.
I agree.
For sure. And hopefully it doesn't get matched up with a Titan like So Will I in the second round.
You know, my wife said last night, so help me if So Will I wins again.
Oh.
Okay, y'all need to not be so, just... people hang on to their nostalgia so hard, Consider the songs. Don't just be like, oh, I love that song, and click it.
Yeah.
Consider the songs.
Yeah.
Think about the lyrics. Anyway, yeah.
Are you asking our viewers to be worship pastors?
No,
Analyze the lyrics. I need you to look at the tempo, the
real
key.
consideration. No, don't hit. I mean, you can do that if you want. If you are doing that and you're not on our worship team, you should send us an email so that
right.
you can be part of it, because that means you're the type of person that needs to be on our stage. But all that said, this should be a very interesting matchup.
Yes.
Echo Holy and So Will I.
That's two Titans going. I told you people, it's about to get hard.
We're gonna start splitting some hairs.
Yep. Game number 19, King of Kings versus Good Grace. I was anxious to see this one because we're going up against the fist pumper of Good Grace with deep, rich theology of King of Kings. I think these two songs are polar opposite feels.
Yeah, for sure.
We've done some creative arrangements of both of these, but taking out with a vote of 64% to 36%. This was a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Pretty strong.
Good Grace takes out King of Kings.
Yeah.
the
Wow.
Titan of theology, falls in the Sweet 16 this year.
Yep.
It made a strong showing last year. But man, people love Good Grace. I think
Yeah.
Good Grace was built for this tournament.
It was.
If there's anything that we have seen in the past 3 seasons, is Good Grace makes a run every year.
Yeah, well, it covers all the ground.
It does.
You know, it's got all the feels. It's also got energy. It's got low moments and big moments. It's
Final Four in
great
2020,
wide-ranging song.
Elite Eight in 2021, and
Yeah.
here it is in the Elite Eight again in 2022.
Well, it's time. It's time to hit that championship round. That's really what
They are the Gonzaga of this tournament.
it's time to come through.
Yep.
Time to come through.
Yep, your team is stacked. It's time to push through.
Gotta
at
make the
least.
next step.
That's right. That's right. This moves us to game number 20, people. Welcome Revival versus My Testimony. I feel like people are pandering to us, to be quite honest, because Welcome Revival takes out the Cinderella of 2021.
Let's go.
My Testimony
Yes.
with a vote of 54% to 46%. It was close. This was a 10% little lead teeter-totter for the majority of the
Yeah,
24 hours.
that's-
Very close call for Welcome Revival.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I said, anything at this point just makes me feel good. So, yeah, taking out My Testimony. That's saying something.
That is. I'm excited to see. Man, I don't know, because the wind in the sails of Welcome Revival now. Can it make it to the Final Four after next round?
Hey, you take down a giant like My Testimony early. You never know.
Tough matchup for them in the second or the third round, going up against Good Grace. We'll have to.
We'll talk about that,
We'll
too.
talk about that here in a minute. Game number 21. Now Here versus I Speak Jesus. We were worried about the newness of I Speak Jesus going up against the emotional attachment
Yeah.
of Now Here. People love the moments that have been attached to Now Here, but we know that people love the fire that comes along with I Speak Jesus.
Yeah.
It basically comes out the gate smoking.
Oh yeah.
So, with a vote of 31% to 69%, you could argue this was a little bit of a blowout.
30 to 60.
I Speak Jesus
Wow.
destroys Now Here.
Okay.
I told you, man. I am all in on I Speak Jesus right now.
Hey, I
All
love the
in.
song, and I love that our people love the song. That's great.
I don't, man.
What's good? I think it says more about I Speak Jesus than Now Here.
I think I don't see it getting stopped anytime soon.
Wow.
I do not see I Speak Jesus.
That's quite a prediction.
I'm telling you, as a song that's only been in our catalog for 2 months.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that yesterday, right in the sweet spot.
Yep.
People know it well enough, but it's still new. It's still all those things. Very powerful.
It's got the momentum. We say that.
But you know, we felt this was another one of those songs. We talked about this with Living Hope yesterday. We heard like that first time you played it for me. You're like, you got to hear this song.
Yep.
And it was just like, oh man.
Yep.
It's one of those.
I desperately
Grab you first
want a gospel choir on our stage when we sing this song. So, if you have a singing voice and you want to be a part of Matt's gospel choir,
We just need like 20 of you
we do.
and a bigger stage.
Preferably, it can't be all women because we need some bass
we need
bass
some men, too.
and dinners. So, if you're interested, shoot an email
this
to
is
mattmartin@christian.org.
Apparently, the official beginning of Matt's Gospel Choir.
Well, you've heard of Kanye's Sunday service. I needed something to rival that.
Is that what
This
we're
is
shooting
what I came
for?
up with. Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still doing gospel music?
Uh-huh.
Is he?
Uh-huh.
Wow. I thought for
They
sure
still
that
have
was
Sunday service.
That
It's
was
still
a
a thing.
fad, if there ever was one. But
Well-
hey, when he's still selling Yeezys for, I don't know, $1,000 each,
We're derailing.
we are.
man.
We do that sometimes.
Yeah,
Let's bring it back around.
Let's bring it back.
Bring it back
Chris
around.
Chris has given us the.
Yeah. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
All right, production is telling us we need to move forward.
Game number 2, There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do versus Living Hope. There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do took out Raise the Hallelujah in the first round. It's already taken out one Titan. Can it take out a second Titan in Living Hope? We know that our church loves There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do. We're always surprised by the response that it happens. We saw it in our survey that we sent out last year. It's always a banger when we do it on Sundays, but it's taking out or taking against Living Hope's strong theology, the proven test of time Titan, with a score of 58% to 42%. The Cinderella run continues for There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do.
Man,
I'm
taking
telling
down
you,
the Blue Bloods.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. 2 Titans taken out in the first round.
Impressive.
Man, it's quite the run that we're seeing here. This is this year's My Testimony, the Cinderella run. There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do. Setting up a colossal matchup with I Speak Jesus in the second round, or third round, excuse me.
Similar runs.
We're gonna have to see. 2
Yeah.
Cinderellas, you could argue, going up against each other in the third round.
But this is where that's where you think I Speak Jesus is going to keep on rolling.
I do.
Interesting.
We'll see. Game number 23, Son of Suffering versus The Blessing. Tom McCraw was trying to will the blessing forward.
I'm telling y'all, he's bribing people with barbecue.
I think he is.
it's happening.
Yep. He makes his own barbecue sauce. So maybe he's throwing a little sauce on these matchups. Whatever that means. Use your imaginations, people. Son of Suffering, introduced in the end of February, had a great showing in the first round, taking out This Is a Move with a vote of 64% to 36%.
Yeah.
Now it goes up against The Blessing, who had a very close call against Christ Be Magnified. A surprising upset to these commentators right here, but maybe not to the viewers. I mean, y'all are in charge here. Y'all proved us wrong. And here they are again, Son of Suffering, The Blessing, with a vote of 59% to 41%. Guys, I just realized I made this graphic wrong. The Blessing actually won this matchup. The Blessing actually beat Son of Suffering.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I just realized I made this graphic wrong. I'm sorry. I did this in a hurry.
Are you sure?
Please forgive. I'm sure. I'm looking at.
Can we go with this result?
I want this result, but we have to go with the people.
Maybe it was you trying to be a little prophetic and it just didn't work out.
Maybe it was. This was a matchup that was very close throughout the 24 hours.
Just disappointed.
I am disappointed that The Blessing moves on, but the people have spoken. It is what it is. Son of Suffering will have a better showing next year. I promise you that. I look for Son of Suffering to be in the Elite 8 next year. But we will see. So
Kelsey,
I apologize.
Kelsey
for my
has a
graphic.
question.
Yes.
Do we sit in the office playing songs for each other to see who can make who cry more?
Well, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. It's like a tally mark game.
Yeah, Matt's office wall has
Yeah, it's a tally mark game.
behind the door. And his door is all just marked up with him.
Yep. I'm looking through the rest of our.
A lot of that's going to be tough. Tom says mango habanero is on fire. I'm guessing that's one of his.
That's one of
favorite
his sauces?
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed
Matt,
here.
you are hip with the kids with that lingo.
Oh, you talking about the sauce? Gotta throw some
Apparently.
sauce on there.
Yeah.
So, people talk about juice. Juice is temporary, people, but sauce
It's forever.
is forever.
That's not a thing.
I promise you that is a thing. That quote is at the beginning of a Justin Timberlake song. And you know, people, I love me some Justin
He
Timberlake.
does love Justin Timberlake.
So, throw some sauce on that, get the juice out of here. So, The Blessing with a vote of 59% takes out Son of Suffering, 41%. Tough showing. I'm disappointed in this one, but it is what it is. This sets up game number 24, What He's Done versus Graves in the Gardens. This was our only blowout of the final matchup right here. Graves in the Gardens just absolutely shattered What He's Done. 84% to 16%.
Yeah.
There was not much we were going to be able to do here. What He's Done is just too fresh, going up against the 2021 Dove Song of the Year.
It's not. It's just
What are you going to do, people? What are you going to do?
too heavy.
Yeah.
Too big of a matchup.
Yep.
Saw that coming.
We predicted that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe What He's Done, once it gets a little bit more legs underneath it, gets the conditioning, maybe puts a little bit more money into the budget next year, into the recruiting budget. Maybe it can push forward a little bit farther next year. But I think it's going to be a tough out. Well, we said this yesterday. It's going to be tough for anybody to beat Graves. Graves has had 2 strong showings already. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So let's review our matchups going into the Elite 8. We have Echo Holy versus So Will I. Man, do you have some early predictions on this one?
my gut tells me So Will I is going to go.
You think
again.
so?
It's
I'm going to go the opposite way. And people know how special So Will I is for me.
Yeah.
That is probably my favorite worship song of all time.
Sure.
If I had to put it on there. I have a tattoo planned for it.
Well, that's
so-
what I'm saying. Several people I know in this church have said those exact words. It's their
Well, man,
favorite song of all
Think
time.
of the. I hear memory after memory of So Will I, of when we did what was that series? Science of God.
yeah,
Science of
thank you,
God
yeah.
from 2018
Yeah.
or 2019 when we introduced that song, and with the environmental projection stuff that we were doing.
It's quite the moment. Yeah.
I remember people saying how incredible that was. And obviously we do a lot of lyric video with So Will I, so people know and the imagery that is attached to a song that's descriptive. But it is going up against Echo Holy that you could argue is pretty descriptive of itself.
Yeah.
The imagery that happens on that chorus, 1,000,000 angels fall face down on the floor.
Absolutely.
All to echo holy is the Lord. Can you talk about imagery there? Like, that's a blatant ripoff of Revelation 7 right there.
Well,
so,
no, I mean,
I think Echo Holy might take it, man. I'm
we'll see. I hope they do.
Yeah?
I do. But I don't know, man.
Man,
So Will I
it is gonna be tough.
Is a freight train.
CJ takes back his comment about my about my lingo.
Wait, no, that's actually not true.
Tom McCraw did say he will make brisket for the green room if the blessing wins. Does that mean the whole tournament? Because we can make that happen, okay? I can force the
Boom.
blessing all
Done.
the way through if I wanted to.
You don't even make it for the green, just make it for us.
Yeah. I told you yesterday, I am not above being bribed. I am not.
You've already said it.
Yeah, I am very crooked.
Especially with food.
I am a crooked.
Food is almost more valuable than
Yes.
money to us.
It is. Especially barbecue.
Yeah.
Because I love some barbecue. So.
Well, we do have some chanting of Echo Holy right now.
Kendall's got So Will I. Kelsey and Kalila both with Echo Holy.
Kim earlier as well. Echo Holy, Echo Holy.
Oh, man. Tom
so-
McCraw with the echo right there. I'm telling you, man, I think this is the year that So Will I
See what
gets
happens.
bumped out before the Elite Eight.
We'll see what happens. I'd love to see Echo Holy go.
So Will
go
I, the
deep.
champion of 2020, made it to the Elite Eight last year, but can it make that run
Yeah.
again this year?
Well,
I
and I'll
don't
tell
know.
you part of the reason why I would love to see it, because I'd love to see some new matchups.
Hmm.
Like, listen, we know people love So Will I. We
Mm-hmm.
know people love like Living Hope, Raise. Those are songs that forever we can pull out at any time. But I'd love to see some of these newer ones
Yeah.
that have taken such strong hold.
Yep.
To see how they
once
they
again,
end up
people-
against each other.
With these matchups, this is not a detriment to the loser ever.
No,
This is
we're not making decisions on songs based on these.
We're putting respect on these people
Yeah.
or on these songs as they go throughout. We know people love So Will I. We know
Yeah.
people love Echo Holy.
Yeah.
We're not going to stop doing one just because the other one moved on.
Right, yeah.
So keep that in mind. Make
But then
your
again, if
voices
barbecue's
heard.
involved, I don't know.
I don't
we'll
know.
see. We-
That's right.
Depends on the deal.
Yep. Don't throw pity votes, okay?
Right. Yeah.
If you want So Will I to win, vote for So Will I. If you want Echo Holy to win, vote for Echo Holy.
Absolutely.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's only going to get harder from here. Game number 26. King of Kings versus Good Grace. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I looked at that wrong. Good Grace versus Welcome Revival. There we go.
Yeah.
Good Grace
Now
versus Welcome Revival.
This is real interesting.
Can the momentum of the in-house written song take out the veteran of the field?
Man. I'm sure you know this, but I don't know if you remember. So when we did Good Grace, we shared Hillsong's like lyric video or what other live video they did.
Yeah, I know
That
where you're
thing
going with
still,
this. It
we
is.
still get comments and views and shares on that. Has like over 1 million views. It's insane.
It's crazy.
People love that song, and so we may be up against a pretty strong.
Man, I'm worried
buzzsaw
about
here.
the people that are voting in this bracket and don't know Welcome Revival. Like, they can't
Yeah.
Google it. It's not on streaming services
No.
anywhere.
You just have to trust
they
us.
see Good Grace.
It's
and
a
they're
really
like,
good song.
I know Good Grace, so I'm going to vote Good Grace through. Who knows? At this point, we're running on maybe some borrowed luck, borrowed time. We know our church loves Welcome Revival.
Absolutely, yeah.
When we introduced it at the Night of Worship in September of last year, it was hype in that room.
Fire.
It was straight fire.
Straight
Yep.
fire
The hazer was actual smoke. Actual.
from Jesus.
That's right. So If you've never experienced Welcome Revival, I encourage you to just go back and watch some services with that song in it.
What was that? That's still up on our YouTube, right? Night of Worship from last fall.
For sure.
Back in September. Mm-hmm. Go do a little YouTube scrubbing.
Yep. Shameless plug.
Night
of Worship, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Be there.
It'd be great.
Yep. Game number 27. I Speak Jesus versus There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do. The two Cinderellas are matching up in the Elite Eight. I don't know, man, now that I think about it, there is a chance that I Speak Jesus falls right here because people love There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do so much.
Yeah.
But I'm coasting on the momentum of I Speak Jesus.
It's on the top
right
of the
now.
wave.
It is.
It's rolling.
I think I
Whether or
Speak
not
Jesus,
it crashes too soon.
My early prediction right here is I Speak Jesus is going to move on. I think it's going to be closer than people realize.
That's going to be a 50,
Yep.
55-45 kind of scenario.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be a close one, I think.
Can I Speak Jesus, the newest kid on the block, the newest one left at this point?
Yeah.
All of our other new songs that have been introduced in 2022 have fallen prior to these Elite Eight.
it's
So
true.
it is the last one. It is representing the field of newcomers.
Yeah.
Can it keep the momentum, the wind in the sails? Can it push it to the Final Four? A song that was introduced 2 months ago, can it move to the Final Four? That will be unprecedented at this point. But if there was any song that I thought was going to do it, this was going to be the one.
Yeah.
So let your voices be heard. There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do. I Speak Jesus, game number 27. This sets up our final matchup of the Elite Eight, The Blessing versus Graves into Gardens. Two songs that are on the same album, were introduced at the same time. Both were Song of the Year winners.
Yeah.
Graves into Gardens won Dove Song of the Year. The Blessing won the Grammys. Gospel Song of the Year.
Yep.
Both written by the same artist, the same people here. This is I don't know. Can Tom McCraw and his family of minions move The Blessing over Graves into Gardens? A Final Four contendee both seasons it's been in. I think it's going to be tough, man. This is a tough matchup. I don't know if we can still say that The Blessing is running on borrowed luck. But, man, if it takes out Graves into Gardens, we're going to have to put some more respect on The Blessing. It had a very disappointing showing last year.
Yeah.
Lost in the first round.
Yeah. Coming back strong, though.
But here it is.
Rolling.
It's the revenge tour, man.
I mean, it crushed.
It is the
this
revenge
week, so-
tour. Kalila, your question about will the service be streamed on Friday night? You are correct. It will be streamed on our YouTube and our Facebook.
Yep.
If you can't make it in person, we want you tuning in online.
Yep.
If you can make it in person, you need to make it a priority. Straight up. It's going to be an incredible night. It always is.
Yeah. If you're like Kalila and live like 3 hours away,
you have an excuse to not make it on
it's
a Friday
acceptable.
night. Yeah, and she also was here last weekend leading
sure.
our services.
Yeah.
The expectation that you're just going to drive to Katy every weekend is pretty low. We understand that.
Yeah.
But if you live 20, 30 minutes away
Come
and
on.
you're not coming
Come
to
on.
Night of Worship, I need to have a conversation with you.
be here.
That's right. Just
And
like those people.
I will say, you also probably want to get here a little bit early. Don't do it like you do on Sunday, walking in 5 minutes late.
You ain't going to sit, find no seats.
Yeah, you'll be standing. You'll be standing a long time.
Yep.
So
We always have to bring in chairs
Lots of chairs.
every Night of Worship, which
pack
is
this
great.
place out.
So we're excited what the Lord's going to do going forward. I'm seeing a lot of I Speak Jesus is here, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a lot of comments.
I agree with you. It's rolling. It's some interesting. Kalila also mentioned about Good Grace. It's one of her favorites to get rowdy on.
Is that because Joel Houston tells people it's time to get rowdy in here? It's gonna get rowdy in here.
Yeah. But Kelsey made a great observation that Kalila always be rowdy. It's fair.
She's got hops.
That's right. She's got ops.
That's it, everyone.
Rusty says that Tom paid him with brisket to vote for The Blessing. All right, listen.
And we haven't been paid yet.
Now it's coming out.
Okay.
We understand what's happening.
Listen, Tom, if you pay us with brisket, we will assure you that the blessing.
That's right. Chris needs some too.
The blessing will move on. I promise you, man.
I'd also love you throw some of that sausage and the smoked macaroni and cheese in there. That's good stuff.
I just want all the things.
Shout out Big T's Barbecue, by the way. It's really good.
All the things. So That's it, everyone. That is every matchup for the Elite Eight. Tomorrow we're finding out who our Final Four will be.
Man.
This tournament's moving, man, and it's getting tough. It's getting really tough.
These are all real tough.
I can't wait to see the Final Four, man. It's going to be really hard.
Let's go ahead and make official predictions. What do you think the Final Four is going to be?
The Final Four,
not what you want it to be, what you think it will be.
The Final Four, I think, will be Echo Holy, Good Grace, I Speak Jesus, and Graves into Gardens.
I'm going to say So Will I, Good Grace, I Speak Jesus, and The Blessing.
Oh, you think The Blessing? I think you're baking on Tom McCraw's brisket.
I keep cheering against it, but it keeps on going through. And at some point, I'm convinced. And so we'll see. I will be very happy if Graves moves on. But when Big T says in the beginning, Blessings going to the Final Four.
He was willing it at that point. He's a prophet, people.
Here we are.
He knew. He knew.
But it's certainly no easy path. Graves into Garden is going to be very difficult to take down.
It is on like a prawn that yawns at dawn.
Wow. Good one.
Andy Bernard.
I was wondering how you're going to wrap that up.
Yeah. That is an Andy Bernard quote, if there ever was one. So, let your voices be heard, people.
Yes.
It's getting tough, and it's going to keep getting harder as it goes throughout this tournament.
Share the bracket.
Like I said, we had another 1,100 votes in this round.
Yeah. We still have 2 more rounds to go.
Oh, my gosh. We are going to shatter the 3,000 person
this can be awesome.
vote from last season. So let your voices be heard. We will see y'all tomorrow, 11 o'clock, to find out who the Final Four is. We will throw the link in the comments to vote, and we'll also make our separate post.
Night of Worship, Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Be there. Bye-bye.